Oh, keep it going for Jess Baldry or Joanna Bolly. Well, if you wonder, by the way, I forgot to mention, you can find the comedians' Instagrams on the paper hanged on the door. So you can follow Richard Fox Comedy, not Joanna Bolly, which was Jess Baldry actually, and Luxembourg Comedy. And it's time to introduce the next comedian. What do you think? So, our next comedian is a regular in Luxembourg comedy scene, but he also has a very, very busy job. So, I'm really glad to have him tonight. We are really lucky to have him tonight. So, please put your hands together and give him a very, very warm welcome for... So, okay, make some noise for Luca Menikenti.
Our host, Jared, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite people on the planet. Dressed like a breakdancer tonight. I watched actually the news recently and I see that dancing is becoming more and more popular. I heard that Micheal Jackson has a new movie coming out. Yeah, I heard that. I don't think I'm gonna watch it in the movie theater. I think I'm just gonna buy the German DVD. It comes with an age label and it fits the story. Appropriate, apart from kids starting with 6 years old. There's a very racist review I read recently. Apparently, the star of the movie is a monkey. Listen, he can turn as white as he wants. The reviewers, they just stay racist as fuck, man. Tell him what you want, man. Woohoo! Yeah, that was the good shit. Do you think Michael was really gay? And then I showed my little daughter some of his dance moves. Woohoo! What do you think? What do you think?
He was fantastic.
He was great. He was awesome. Great music. Weird babysitting. Yeah, that's a weird babysitting. I'm an amazing babysitter. My friend gave me his 2 kids. He still didn't ask for them back. They're for rent now. Yeah, it's hard to live in Luxembourg, man. I heard tonight, like, property is a very big thing here in Luxembourg. And Pornhub came up. I don't know if you guys know this, but I once, for research purposes, went on Pornhub. And then I went to the channels, you can actually watch channels, and I clicked on what's the most popular channel here in Luxembourg like this month. And that was the channel that's called Property Sex or whatever. Are you here with your girlfriend and you know what that is? I'm sure, lady, you're doing a great job. You're gonna be very tired at the end of this night to make up for that. Well, the story. Every video has a little bit of a story. There's with this guy shooting a point of view who's going to visit a new place, new apartment, new house, or whatever. And at the end of the visit, well, you know what happens. Spoiler. And that's the thing. That's such a Luxembourgish thing because porn is mostly fantasy. And what's the biggest fantasy of Luxembourg than actually getting to buy a house? Thank you, man. Thank you, Chan. Thank you. Man, I struggled to actually buy a place. And there was this place in the south of Luxembourg. I heard so many stories about that. They told me, hey man, heard of this apartment? It is haunted. What do you mean it's haunted? Apparently every owner that lived there said there was this old lady. When he was sleeping, she was touching and feeling him up. And when he woke up to go to work, she was gone. I bought the place. I remember the first time my girlfriend came into the apartment. She said, "You have a haunted house?" And I said, "Yes. Who do you think clogged the toilet?" Wasn't me, man. Wasn't me. Once shared the story with my friends that I had sex with my lady for an hour straight, without interruption. And that's when my friend said, "Man, your girlfriend is an animal." And I said, "Yeah, that's why I feed her per hand." One of the comedians that's coming here, he's organizing one of the coolest comedy shows in the country, and he's touring with it called the Hot Jokes Show. I was a part of the Hot Jokes Show a few times, and I don't know if you noticed this, but when you eat spicy food, you numb your taste buds. You can't taste anything, which is great for me. My lady can't cook. Last time she wanted to make me some steak. And the dog usually tastes what she eats, and he was dead on the floor. I live in the south of Luxembourg. We have many Chinese restaurants, and she took a little bit too much inspiration from those Chinese restaurants. Because ever since we have those Chinese restaurants, I haven't seen a stray cat since.
Or a bag.
Thanks, Jen. Thank you. I'm telling you guys, yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard. I'm very tired. I work in nursing home. You know, and there's a benefit when we work with people with dementia. We tell the same jokes every day. Guys, you can believe me when I tell you this. You're still all young, fresh, and fit, and chewy, and juicy, and whatever. But things never really start to stop to grow. Things they start growing, things they start to hang. And then there's this old man. I sit him on the toilet, and he said, "Ah, there I go again, making a cup of tea." Dementia, man, turned into a gambler. I don't know if you noticed this online, but gambling, man, is pretty getting popular these days. Everybody's gambling with cards. So now I gamble on the old people. There's this new guy on the floor. His name is...
Aurelian.
Jack. His name is Jack. And he has this really weird third stage dementia where you don't recognize your own image in the mirror. So he's arguing with the mirrors and the walls and the trash cans. And I'm betting money on it because the trash cans always wins. Really, I had something weird happening recently. Weird happening. I took care of this elderly lady and her daughter was on vacation. And she was really in a bad way. And she called me, "How's my mother doing? She's still alive, you can come." And the moment her grandmother died like 10 minutes before her daughter came on the floor. I had to tell her, "I'm sorry, your grandmother just died." And she said, "Oh, do you think I can keep the balloons for the funeral?" I have like 2 more jokes that I want to try, and a test at the end, if that's okay. There's 2 more jokes. Okay, okay. Ooh, I have a few more. You know when your relationship is going badly, and my lady told me recently, "Listen to me. We have to work on some things. 3 strikes. 3 strikes and I'm gone." I said, okay. Yesterday she caught me waking up in the morning. She looked at me and she said, "Strike 2. Who in here has been to Amsterdam? Everyone in Amsterdam? Yeah, I went to Mike Tyson opened the weed store over there. Tyson 2.0. Tyson 2.0. I went with my girlfriend. She ate like 3/4 of a year or whatever that was. And we walked back to the hostel, and she was so high, I didn't hear a word from her since. Guys, I recommend it.
Okay.
After this one joke, I really want to try, and I went. Usually, comedians sometimes we share jokes with each other. What do you think about this joke? What can I change about that? So I shared one joke tonight with one comedian, and he told me, "If you go on stage with that one, it's not gonna work." So you guys, you tell me if this joke is gonna work or not, just by your reaction, okay? My mother-in-law, my lady's mother, she's a very complicated lady. She's very argumentative. She's a very difficult, challenging person. So one time I went to her house. All of a sudden I saw a picture of a dog like on a shelf, and I asked my girlfriend, "What's the story with the dog?" Well, one time my mother, she fell into the ocean, but she can't swim. So the dog went out to save her. They said, "Wow, this dog is a hero. What happened to the dog?" "Yeah, my father killed him." Yeah, I should have stopped there. I should have stopped here before. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Afton Bar. It's good to be home. Jared,
Thank you, Luca. Wow. So, who killed the dog? What? Just for your information, the Hot Jokes comedy show he was mentioning, the comedians compete each other, but not only each other, they also compete with